episode 75 of the Super Chevy Brothers Podcast. I'm Chevar. I've never been to Dubai. That's Chevall. He peed himself only once as a child. So, I- how am I supposed to make you sound cool if you're telling the truth all the time?
I don't know. Leave me alone, man.
Yeah, so hush it up. You don't have, you can just take it, you know? That wouldn't have been bad.
Okay, whatever you say. Hey
Most,
guys, welcome to the podcast. I just want to say hi before he gets in his bag of shit, if you will. You got anything else to say? Okay, anyway.
It's Tuesday, March 23rd. Anything special going on this week?
This week, no, nothing too special going on
Anything in the
this week.
news you want to talk about? In the special? In special news?
Special news? No. Is there something you wanted to wait, I don't are you trying to like gear me up for something? Because if you are, I don't remember. But no, nothing too specific. This bad shit keeps happening in the news, but I don't want to talk about that. But no, why? No special news over here. I finally got my Avengers save to move after 300 years, but it didn't take that long. It took less 24 hours, but
and we only played for an hour.
What? You the one who said I gotta go to sleep, man?
Because you showed up at like 9:30.
I didn't show up 9:30. I showed up 9 p.m. and then you didn't invite me to the game until 9:30.
Dog, what are you talking about? I said I messaged you at like 6 something. Like, you ready to play? And you were
And
like,
I wasn't.
Oh, give me a couple hours, bruh.
Give you a couple hours, yeah.
At
And
9:30.
I said give me a couple hours at 7 p.m.
Dog,
and I sent you the invite at 9 p.m. It would know 9:30.
That's wrong, man.
Okay, whatever. Anyway.
That's anyway. See, I knew people that used to do that in Japan. Like, you're like, oh, let's go drinking. Like, okay. But I want to take the last train home. You're like, okay, that's cool. And you call them up at 6, right? 6 is like a really normal time to start drinking. Call them up at 6, like, hey, meet me at ABC Bar next to 123 Station.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, I'll be there soon. And they show up at 11:30, knowing they got 45 minutes to the last train. And then it's either
hey, yo, that sounds like a personal beef you got with somebody else. That sounds like a beef you got with somebody else, bro.
That's what you did last night.
That's not what I did last night. Anyway,
that's exactly what you did.
There's plenty more Avengers to play anyway. They already told us there's 300 different fucking things coming out with it. But I did read something else today that kind of made me sad, even though I should have realized it from the first trailer. Ninja Gaiden, the remaster collection, it's not gonna be the bloody version of 2. It's gonna be Sigma, where all the blood's gone, which kind of makes me a little sad. But the game is also better because. But oh wait, and it's less hard too. Sigma's not as hard as the original 2.
Sigma's not as hard, and it has less dismemberment. I know. I remember.
Sad. I didn't realize that was the version that they were releasing, because I forgot that Sigma was technically censored. So they were. I think it was dumb because I read the quote where they explained the reason they did it. They were like, "Well, we realized that gore was not something we had to put in the game. We really thought, do we really want to put blood in this game?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah! It's a game about a dude with magic powers and 30 different weapons cutting dudes up. Yeah, you need to have blood in it." But it is what it is. I'll probably still buy it because I like Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden's really fun. It's it's one of those games. Like Ninja Gaiden, Bayonetta, Devil May Cry. Those are like one of the only 2 games I can like compare to Devil May Cry. Like, it's actually good games. Even though Ninja Gaiden technically came first, but that's just. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, but it wasn't the
It's
same
not the same thing. Yeah, not even the same thing. Yeah, but
I mean, I would like dismemberment back, but when I saw it the first time, it said Sigma 2, so
yeah,
there's no blood. No, no dismemberment on the human ninja guys.
Well, I'm sure if we wait, get it on sale on PC in like a year, somebody's gonna mod the blood back in, and then you can just have it back. So not a big deal. Even though I probably won't get it on PC. Like if we get this, we're not getting it on PC. We're probably getting it on PlayStation anyway. But because that's where most of our shit is. I mean, that's where most of our shit was. We'll talk about that later. But yeah. No, this week though. Listen,
I mean,
I'm gonna talk.
Saying they're not gonna buy it now, so
Hey,
maybe
listen.
it is a bad thing.
I mean, those people are silly. I mean, listen. I'm gonna talk about a game you didn't want me to talk about last time because it's actually relevant this time.
Oh my god, you gonna talk about Doom again?
Yes,
Oh,
Doom Eternal. The second DLC
Doom
came
time.
out, and I had to laugh because I haven't beat it yet. I'm about halfway through it. It's not that long. It's not as long as the first DLC, but a lot of people complaining because they said it's not as hard as the first DLC. Even though if you go back like last year to when the first DLC came out, those same people were saying it was too hard. So I don't know. It's pretty funny, but no, Doom Eternal's really good. Get the DLC. It's out. They said they're gonna keep updating it, and you were right, Chevar. They said they wanted to get the DLCs out first, and that the PS5 and Xbox Series X upgrades are coming, and they're gonna come like soon. They said they wanted to get the DLC out first, though. So you were right. So it wasn't a conspiracy about Bethesda not wanting to update a PlayStation game, but besides that, played a lot of Avengers today. When I got a break during work, I'm almost done with the campaign. I got to the part where spoiler alert, Chevar, you know what I'm talking about, where they found out Cap pulled a whoopsie, and everybody gets sad for a second because Cap decided if I can't fix the problem, I'm gonna smack the shit out of it. My boy smacked the bomb like it was funny. No, I know. I want to know what happened. I know we're gonna figure out why he did it or what happened with the video and stuff. But that's. I just remember the video was so funny because they're like, we have to see what happened in the chamber, and I was like, he hit it, right? Like that's what happened. Like he tried to stop it, or like it exploded or something, right? And I was like joking when I said he hit it, and he hit it. He ran up to that bitch with his vibranium shield and smacked the shit out of it, and caused a bunch of people to get superpowers. So I don't know if that's true yet. I haven't finished the game. Almost done with it. Just got to Thor's part. When Thor shows up, it's really fucking cool. That's probably one of the more fun parts of the game. A lot of the game really feels like a. It doesn't even feel like a MCU film, but it does feel like, like, oh, cool, it's the Avengers doing like cool shit. It does it really well. I get what people mean. It's kind of grindy because there are some missions where I'm like, okay, I'm literally just running to go do the same thing over and over. But I like that sometimes. Sue me. So,
well,
yeah.
I sent you the that video that tells you what to do. So now you know, bro.
Yeah. I need to look at that.
You didn't look at it?
No, I watched it. I didn't listen to it, but I watched it. I'm gonna keep playing it though. The game's really fun.
I sent you a video and you watched the video, but you didn't listen to it.
I was doing other stuff. I was gonna get
montages of things that had no sound. You just
What's the problem? What's the problem? I don't see what the. Anyway, Avengers is good.
I just don't get it. If look, my friends send me videos all the time. Okay. Okay. I watch them, and if I don't watch them, I don't watch I don't watch it and turn the mute and mute it.
I'll watch the full video. I just thought I'd been playing the game long enough. I didn't need to grab the popcorn or anything.
Dog, why would I? Okay, look, I sent it to you because I thought it would enlighten your life.
Okay, what about it in it do you think I didn't know? I'm curious before I watch it because I want you to tell me before I watch it.
The video is new to you.
Oh,
everything said in the video is new information for the one who is you. Okay.
Okay, sure. I'll agree to that. I'll agree that that's fair. What about you? Did you get to play anything this week besides Adventures for an Hour? Did you get to touch any video games?
I played Loop Hero. Well, yeah, that's it. I haven't played that many games. Played Loop Hero.
Sad man.
Yeah, it's
You
a
got
fun
you got
game.
you got that
Dude.
Game Pass, man. There's like 300 games
Loop
on
Hero
there.
is like the it's like the new Solitaire or what's the game where you pick up all the mines?
Minesweeper?
Minesweeper.
Yeah, okay. I think
Loop
that
Heroes
almost
and
makes sense.
Minesweeper or Solitaire. There's not really that much you got to do, but it's enough to do, and then you do other things next to it. Like I would stare at Solitaire for 3 hours, but you wouldn't stare at Hero for 3 hours. But you play it while you're doing other stuff. It's fun.
I guess I don't know. I still got to play it. So I can't relate quite yet. I will play it soon because I'm gonna buy it soon. But after that, then we can really get down to the nitty gritty because I know you ain't giving up the details.
On
See,
what?
I don't
Details
know.
on what?
I don't know. I haven't played it yet, Chevar. That's what I just said.
On Loop
Oh,
Hero? What do you want
yeah.
to know? I'll tell you everything you want to know about it. It's just it's not a hard game to explain.
You already told
But
me.
it's hard to explain.
I don't want you to explain it to me. Don't worry. You already
It's
explained it
hard
to
to
me.
explain why it's fun.
It's hard to explain why
It's
it's
not.
fun.
Yeah, it's hard to explain why it's fun because it's not fun in the like. There's no fun in the execution of like or like the like you know in some games, some of the fun is in the difficulty of the execute, like how
Right.
good you are at pushing the buttons as fast as you are. It's none of that. None of that say because you can pause the game. There's
Whoa.
there's not like there's a loot aspect, but it's a roguelike. Every time you go in, the loot's different. Every time you go in, the loot's different.
Okay.
So it's like that part of it is I mean, it's cool to get new loot, but the loot's worthless because in an hour, in however long it takes you to finish the loop, it's done, right? It's gone. I
So
guess it's fun because you got like a city building, but the city, it's not like a real city building thing. It's like you build parts of this camp to improve your
mhm,
what the things you can do during a loop run, right?
right.
Um, it's I mean it's there's a lot fun to it, but it's not like this. You're not gonna be touching yourself while you play. Well, you might.
Okay.
I mean, you
Nobody
have
should be
one
touching
hand free.
themselves at all when they play this game.
You can play
Um
you can play the game with one hand if you want.
there's
That's the
another
thing
game
about it.
people are playing with
You
one
can.
hand though. So
I set up this whole game. I set up the whole agenda for the podcast with one hand on my mouse, and the other hand
on another mouse, right?
setting up the podcast because the
Yeah,
one hand was
exactly.
playing Loop Hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right. I was about to say that I was about to go somewhere terrible. All right.
What's wrong with masturbating?
Nothing's wrong with masturbating. Jesus Christ. Well, since we don't have a PlayStation Plus lineup yet, well, we know one thing that's coming. Oddworld is coming to PlayStation Plus next month for PS5. But with other stuff coming out and just wanting things for PlayStation Plus, what do you think Sony has planned? Because most of that stuff is still for PS4. So what do you think they're gonna have?
Well, I don't know because they already did like the big stuff, right? Like they've got this whole thing. I think what is it until the end of next month? There are like 12 free
Yeah.
games coming out or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Ratchet
So
and Clank is
you
out. There was something else that came
Ratchet and
out
Clank
too.
is out now. There's like a whole list
God of
of
War was
things
free at
they
one
have.
point. Yeah.
Well, I don't mean for Plus. I mean for like
No, that's what
they
I
have like
mean. It
this.
was free at one point, like for everybody.
Okay, whatever. So that's they're doing that. They've already put Final Fantasy VII on there.
Which
They've
that's
already
dope.
put. I mean, what else could you put on there? Kingdom Heart. I don't.
They could do
There
Kingdom
are no
Hearts. They could
PlayStation
do
5 games yet.
Persona 5 Royal. That'd be really funny. a year after its release.
No.
They won't do that. No, it won too many awards and stuff. They're not doing that. Just kidding. That's not why they won't do it. But I wonder, because there's no chance it's a Bethesda game. Because I was thinking, oh, maybe they do Doom or something. And I'm like, no, no,
No.
they're not. That's
Bethesda's
not
off
happening.
the-
Yeah, Bethesda's not giving anything else away free on Game Pass. I don't think ever again. I mean, on PS Plus ever again. I don't think. What other PS4 games have come out recently? That's what I'm trying to remember because.
I mean, recently there's not really that many things that are out and like super exciting to play recently on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of stuff, but they're not going to give away Neo. Neo just came out with its complete edition. They're not going to give away what else came out last year?
That came out last year. A lot of stuff came out last year. It's got to be new
stuff, but I really can't think of any new things that are like popping off. I knew Oddworld was gonna come because they've been talking about it so much.
They might do what if they did like Sekiro or something, or maybe like
wasn't Sekiro already on Plus?
I don't think so. It only came out in 2019, and I don't think it was ever free.
Who cares? I got it already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I feel like we have all the good games at this point. I know that more games are coming out, but like I feel like, especially after getting Final Fantasy VII for free, I don't care. I guess we'll pay a fee or whatever to upgrade the PS5 because I'm going to do that if when I'm playing it when they release the new version, which I think it comes out in May. I don't remember, but I don't know. I feel like kind of got out most of the good shit right now, so. We'll see. All right.
I mean, they have to have something. It's just they're gonna move to PlayStation 5 stuff at some point. So
yeah, I think it's gonna take them another year to shift to PS5 or 2.
Maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
Time for the news.
Mm-hmm.
It's news time. We got the hottest news, breaking news, all around the world. In today's news, what's the most popping thing in today's news? Sony, number one. Sony. How you spell Sony?
SONY.
Why would you spell it? Why. Don't answer every question asked of you.
Smoke weed every day.
Sony's bought, or as a lot of my other Texas friends would say, boughten Evo.
Ew.
The Evo video game.
I don't associate with those Texans. Ew.
Yeah, you do.
Boughten?
You say boughten and y'all.
I don't be saying boughten. I say y'all. I don't say boughten. Who says boughten? Unless their sister's their brother.
Boughten all the time. All right. You're always saying boughten.
No, I'm not. You're fucking lying directly on my name right now. No, I'm not. Okay, anyway. So...
Yeah, see?
So Sony Interactive Entertainment and RTS. What does RTS stand for, sure?
Real Time Studios.
Man, fuck you. Why did you put the name? Now I gotta click on fucking links and shit. All right.
Why does it matter?
Because we need to know what the name of the people from. All right, Chevar.
Okay, listen. The headline, if the headline were RTS jointly acquire Evolution, you'd be like, oh, who gives shit?
Okay, RTS, whatever. Okay, whatever, sure. So we just shouldn't care who RTS is, right? Because our brains are lizard brains, very stupid and slimy. Okay, Evo co-founders Tony and Tom Cannon will continue to be close involved as key advisors, as we have learned. Sony bought Evo. I don't know what the fuck that means, but they bought it, and Evo 2021 online is set for August. And the first thing a lot of people started speculating about is that Smash is probably going to not be in Evo. I don't know why people thought that was the first thing. That would be the first thing to go. And then I was like, wait, Nintendo.
Because
So,
it's Nintendo.
yeah. At first I was like, wait, why do people think that that's going to happen? Nintendo. That's why.
It's completely Nintendo. The Sony's not gonna make everyone play only on PlayStations or anything. Like, you know, they're just gonna bring money to it. They, you know, you'll still be able to play the stuff like Killer Instinct. I'm sure will still be there. I mean, if Killer is, what's the lineup? They already showed the lineup, right?
They showed the lineup. I'm pretty sure.
For Evo 2021 online
lineup.
The games.
Evo.
What games? We have Guilty Gear, Tekken 7, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat. More games to be announced soon. So, of course, Mortal Kombat's been the biggest game of the past, 2 years now?
2 years or
Tekken
so.
Tekken 7 is a mainstay.
Been
for
big
the past
for like 5, 6
Street
years.
Fighter is a mainstay for the past 8 years now.
Yeah.
I guess.
For 5, 6 years.
Guilty Gear is a big new game coming out, and I'm sure they'll have more. But Nintendo immediately said we will look at our options for tournaments.
I feel so bad.
Nintendo hates.
I feel bad for Smash players, dude. Because exactly. I feel so bad for Smash players because Nintendo hates them. They like don't want them to be happy. They actively try to stop them from doing things that not only promote their game but are just fun community building things. They're like, fuck you. We don't want to be a part of it.
I don't know. Maybe it makes sense because most of them are like pedophiles or something at some point, right?
That is true. The Smash community is nasty.
The Smash community always ends up stinking in a room somewhere and getting a really bad reputation for hygiene and not knowing how to speak to people. And then every like 6 months, some big Smash player that no one outside of Smash has heard of, but everyone in Smash loves, is you know, texting an underage child and pictures of the anus and stuff. It's all the time. It's constant now.
Yeah, it's nasty.
You can't get away from it. So maybe Nintendo has a right to hate the Smash community because they're kind of gross.
Yeah, that's true. You know, that's a good point. I mean, yeah, that's a good point because some of those guys are really nasty. Now that does bring up another point. Even though the guy got fired anyway, the guy who was got being nasty with Evo, the lead Evo guy who was caught being what he do? He no. The Assassin's Creed guy cheated on his wife. Pretty sure the Evo guy was like an actual predator. So he got fired, and Sony made sure to clarify, and Evo made sure to clarify. They were like, he is no longer a part of this. I thought that was funny that they had to say that though, because even in the comments under that statement, there are people who were being like, "But did you fire so and so?" Because people can't read Chevar. So yeah, they had to say that even though the guy was fired like a year ago. So yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. They had to be like, no, he's no longer associated with it. So that guy's like somewhere shit out of luck, and then his game gets brought up again because they're like, yeah, that fucker, yeah, we're not bringing him into this venture. But I wonder what this is gonna do though. Do you think that this just means Evo's gonna have like more like power or more like more ability to do more shit that they want and go more places? Because Sony's a really big company, so I mean,
well, yeah. So I'm imagining so presentation wise, I think they'll have more options open to them. The presentation of Eve, I mean, it's been online for the past year, right?
Yeah.
This year will be online too, but presentation for Evo is really good. But it's like, I mean, it's very grassroots and built up, and they get their own sponsors and they get their own like. Slipknot was there last year, the year before last year, right? Where it was like every ad was a Slipknot ad and whatever. I'm sure Sony will be able to provide more like better advertisements. I'm sure you also get better presentations as far as like layouts. I'm sure everyone will get paid more. Like they'll find ways to get people
hopefully working
paid better, paid more. I mean, Evo never had a problem with getting people getting that, but I'm sure it'll be better. You might even get more cooperation with some of the fighting devs and stuff.
Right.
Evo was already good, but Sony has money. Money does stuff. Money good.
I don't know. You think that they might be gearing the PS5 up to be like the like fighting game console? Because I mean, what if like in the near future they start like games start coming out and they're like made like better for the PS5 because they know that
But that's the thing. The fighting game console is the PC because you can plug any controller you want into it.
True.
It can play unless most games aren't exclusive, so it can play all the games. The lag input is usually less, even though
Non-existent. Yeah.
I think it's not non-existent. I think it's
like playing at an arcade
not
cabinet,
really,
sure. Come on.
I think it's not really any different from playing on a
It's not.
console.
It's
really,
not.
but and you get the best version. People do stuff, right? Everybody can have a PC. They can set them up anywhere. You don't have to worry about certain stuff.
See, and that's the funny thing is I feel like that's like all the pluses about gaming PCs anyway, but I don't know. I feel like especially for these kind of things, I don't know, console. It seems like they're using PlayStations most of the time anyway.
Most of those games, it depends. Like usually if they're using a PlayStation, it's because the game is only on PlayStation, or the latest DLC or something is only on the PlayStation, or it's like Killer Instinct, of course, is only on Xbox.
Yeah.
Right. So it's either Xbox or PC, and sometimes they have sponsorships. So Xbox wants to show the Xbox, so they'll do it on the Xbox. It just depends.
Right.
I'm sure stuff like Street Fighter 5 will still be played on PC.
Yeah. No, that
I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah, because that's a hard base to try to convince that they should shift straight to PlayStation only. But I mean, I feel like that's another thing though, is that you're right. Like a lot of the times it depends what the console is. When I see a lot of the times when they're connecting stuff, it's usually a PlayStation 4. From the last few times I personally watched Evo, but I don't know. It was just it's an interesting thought.
It is, but PC's easier. Even just like the displays, it's so much easier to give everyone their own display when you use a PC.
Oh, that's true.
If you use a PlayStation or an Xbox, you got to get a splitter. You have to turn off the HDCI, and then everybody's got to disconnect the controllers, because if they don't disconnect the controller, somebody in the audience could turn the controller on when they try to play a different game or something and ruin it. But if you do it all with the PC, right? Everybody just plugs directly in. Everyone can have their own monitor.
Nobody can Bluetooth in.
Have the two people. You can have two people facing each other, like they're face to face when they play. You can have them next to each other. You can have them back to back.
Okay, I see your point. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, PC just has lots of, I think, ease advantages. I don't think there's really any advantage to like playing on a PC versus besides like online, the Wi-Fi in network codecs and whatever, all that is better. But other than that, I mean, they don't do
event. Yeah, well, you're right. When you talk about the actual events and like setting them up, oh, for sure, PC is probably a lot easier. I mean, yeah, we'll see where this goes. I'm excited to see where this goes. Oh, that's interesting. I just saw. Yeah, Tekken 7 is only being played on PC. At Evo.
Tekken 7's only played on PC. Tekken 7's a game that runs horribly.
Oh, it looks terrible on PS. On PS4, it looks awful. I played it on PS5 recently. Tekken 7 looks awful. Like compared to what it looks like on PC, it looks like bad. So
it looks awful. It doesn't run as well. There's more stuttering. Got to wait longer to get into matches. It's better on PC.
Fucked up, dude. Damn, that was a PlayStation OG.
Well, they just don't optimize game, the way they used to.
No, I can definitely tell they definitely optimize it a lot better for PC, because I'm like not joking. It looks bad on PS4. I'm not even sure if it looked good when it came out. Yeah, but we'll see how this goes. I'm not going to be surprised though if Nintendo pops out and is like, no, we're not in this anymore. We don't like collaborating. Fuck you. And
well, I think that's what's going to happen. They don't want to have Sony have anything to do with anything they're doing.
Oh yeah, no.
And I mean, think about it. They pulled out of E3 a few years ago.
Yeah, no, they
Mostly
did.
because they just want to do their own thing.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And who's to say, like, and the only reason you can't, if they pull Smash from it, well, you think, hey, what do you mean they pull Smash from it? I can play whatever games I want with my friends and whoever wants to play. And but no, they can sue Evo
Yep.
for playing their games on stream, and they absolutely will because they're Nintendo.
Yes, it's Nintendo. I don't understand
they'll
it.
start suing anyone. I mean, they tried to have their little creator program. Remember, you pay them to stream their games.
Yeah, that was
and then
fucking
they
stupid.
Let you stream. Yeah,
that was just fucked up. I don't trust Nintendo when it comes to stuff like that. They just hate. I don't know why, but Nintendo just hates community. I don't know why. That's really fucking weird because I feel like they're like trying to find ways to be like, you're using our stuff to make money, and it's like, okay, I don't. It's so weird. Anyway, what we got? What else we got?
Yeah.
Oh.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, so I want to preface this. I almost said preface this. I want to preface this by saying earlier today, Biko texted me and said, "Talk about this topic. You shut your freaking mouth up."
That's not what I said.
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
It's not what I
you
said.
Shut your mouth up. You let me talk about this because your opinions don't matter. You black. And he said some other things about Jews that I'm not going to.
Do not say that. I did not say anything about Jewish people. That's not funny. Anybody listening to this, he's being a fucking asshole. You're a douchebag. So, anybody who knows or anybody who has a PS5, all three of us know that upgrading saves is a piece of shit process on the PS5 right now. So the first experience I had with this was Spider-Man PS4 to PS5, right? And they released an update, and guess what?
Before you keep going, you should probably say that people have been complaining this week.
I know. I'm getting to it. I'm building lore, Chevar. So the first experience I had with this was Spider-Man PS4, right? Now, people who know how saves work, do you think that this would be easy if you could just use the PS4 save in the PS5 version? No, you can't. You know what you got to do? You have to keep the PS4 version and upload it in the settings. Upload the save data to a server, I guess, a server that the game owns, and make it a PS5 save. Or rather, the game transforms your PS4 save into a PS5 save. And then you can put play the PS5 version on with your old save. So, Marvel Avengers had an update come out. It was their newest title update. It brought in the new DLC with Hawkeye, and along with it, they brought a update for Xbox Series X/S. I don't know why we mentioned Xbox Series S. It's kind of and PS5, right? So looks great, plays great, but there's one problem. Xbox players, you know what they had to do in order to start playing the Xbox Series X version over the Xbox One X version? They opened the game and the game started and it worked, right? You know what PlayStation players had to do? They had to wait until the next day when Crystal Dynamics told them, the day of, when Crystal Dynamics told them, oh shit, guys, actually, you have to go to the top of the screen, go to save migration, migrate your save. Okay, you got it? Good. Okay, cool. Now you can play the PS5 version. Now, people like me, who were like, oh, okay, it's been a few months. Maybe they had time to make save migration easier. Because I have played some games where save migration's easy in PS5, where I made the PS5 version. Guess what? I just read my PS4 save and it was fine. Neo 2 was not like that. Spider-Man was not like that. And now Avengers is not like that. So I had to re-download the game and open it. But thank God that you can open games before they're finished downloading, because I only had to wait for 10 gigs of it to open. And as soon as 10 gigs open, I went in the game, save migrated, and then I was able to play the PS5 version. But the problem is, Sony's direct competitor literally did not have to do that. Everybody who wanted to play Avengers that day, or anybody who wanted to play Mortal Shell for that instance, Mortal Shell every PS4 player who wanted to play on the PS5, they have to start the game over because you can't migrate saves. They said there's a problem. We don't know how to get around it, but we can't migrate the PS4 version of the game to the PS5, so the saves are messed up. So it's kind of scary because I'm kind of wondering what else won't transfer whenever all the PS5 versions of games come out. Because what they're gonna do is they're gonna have people get these new versions of these games, and then guess what? They're gonna all of a sudden learn, oh hey, this save date actually doesn't work. You're gonna have to start the whole game over. Because Mortal Shell isn't the first game to do that. I saw another game where there is no PS5 like save migration at all, and you have to start the entire game over because there's no such thing as carrying your saves over. And Avengers, yes, you can carry your saves over, but guess what? It takes a second, and it's kind of annoying, and you literally have to keep 2 versions of the game on your console at a time. And if your hard drive isn't big enough for that, you can't do that. So, not Crystal Dynamics' fault. It's kind of Sony's fault for not making save migration as easy. Xbox got that 1 hour to gloat about how smart delivery works well. And that's all they'll ever get from me for that. Because, yeah, I was kind of jealous that sometimes when these games get updated, literally all Xbox players have to do is just pop the game in, and that's it. And the game is like, okay, I downloaded the Series X version. Cool. Also, your save works now. Because I didn't realize that would be as much of a problem. Because guess what? I know what you're thinking. It's a small thing. But guess what? It's a small thing that other people don't have to fucking do. And it's the future. It should be what we should already have. The PS4 saves should be able to convert themselves to PS5 saves. It shouldn't be like this long, arduous process. Now, you can tell me why I'm wrong and why they should have to do that and why it's better for them to do that. And I'll listen.
I'll tell you why you're wrong.
Okay.
Yeah,
he loves doing that.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Listen, look, I get it. It's easy being an Xbox boy, all right? You wake up in the morning, your mommy make you some pancakes and coffee.
I'm not an Xbox boy anyway. I'm a PC man.
Just listen to what I'm saying, all right? You sit down in your Halo underwear, turn on the Xbox Series X, and your smart delivery has smart delivered your game. Oh, life is pleasant, life is sweet. And you PlayStation boys.
But hey, by the way, to preface this, Chevar did not have to do this. He has not done this at all. He has never gone through the process. He never went through any of the frustration at all. I just want to put that out there first.
Here's my thing, all right? Here's my thing. Let me hey. I just want to ask a couple questions. You just answer them directly. I don't need all your runabouts. Okay. We know how you get. All right.
Okay.
Was your main issue the uploading of the save and not knowing about it, or the storage issue that you were having with your hard drive at the moment?
Oh, definitely the first one. Definitely the first one, because the hard drive issue didn't fucking matter until I had the first issue. Because the first issue was that I had already deleted the game from my system to make way for the PS5 version of it, because the PS4 version was on my main hard drive, right?
Okay.
And that's not a hard drive issue, sure.
Okay, hold on. Before this Avengers update, how many games had you updated before? Previously?
2 or 3.
And how many of those required you to use the previous version?
Two of them. What's your point?
So would it not be fair? And Your Honor, please let me get through this before you object. Would it not be fair to assume that a rational human being might also assume that since 2 out of 3 previous games required the PlayStation 4 version to upload to servers, that maybe,
yeah, because everybody had their PS5 day one like me.
But that maybe this one game, no, I'm talking about you, just you for now. I'll talk about everyone else later. That maybe this one game would also require the need for the original game to upload.
No, because I already told you other games don't do that.
But in your experience, mister, did you or did you not have 2 out of 3 games use this method before?
Yeah, I did. And Chevar, my point is that it's not intuitive and it wasn't clear. That's my point.
I'm not saying it's intuitive.
Okay, you're just trying to give an excuse for why you think other people are dumb. So go ahead.
No. It's not what I'm doing. It's not what I'm doing. Okay? Now, when did you delete that PlayStation 4 version?
Right when the PS5 version dropped.
Would it not have made more sense to check?
No, Chevar,
before deleting the version?
No. Okay, so I need to explain something to you.
Okay, I'm listening.
None of these processes were the same, Chevar.
What does that mean?
Neo and Spider-Man, you didn't literally have to actually convert the save. You just had to have the save on your console, and you had to go in the game and convert it to a PS5 save from the PS5 version. In other games, like Borderlands 3 and Avengers, you have to literally upload the save from the PS4 version before you open the PS5 version.
I understand this.
So, why would I assume one or the other about the thing, right? Why would I assume one or the other? Here's the thing, Chevar. I wasn't going to be able to get...
Exactly.
Okay. You win. Did you get it? You happy? Did you get your cookie?
Exactly, my dear boy. You had the PlayStation 4 version already there. Why wouldn't you look and see?
Because I needed room for the PS5 version.
Stop the superfluous arguments. Listen, I am willing and able to say this is not the best way for this to be done. But I will not concede that this is the first time we've had this problem. But I will.
He says we like he has a PS5. He said we.
I will.
He said we like he knew what the problem was and he's went through it before.
That the complaints are reactionary. Now the problem is on
complaints are reactionary. It's not something people have been through.
Crystal Dynamics. See, Crystal Dynamics, they did not tell anyone that it would be this way. Not until the day of. That's problem number 1. Number 2, the save migration did not work.
It worked for me. It worked for me.
For you, yes, it did. 1, 2, 3, boogaloo Jew, but it did not work.
Okay, you really got to stop the Jew thing. It's not funny.
At the beginning. Now, I didn't say Jew with a G.
No, I'm not fucking with you. It's not funny.
Oh my God. I made baby noises and you
okay, keep talking. Keep talking.
Here's what I'm saying, dog. I'm sorry that happened to you. All right? Sorry that happened to you.
All right, go to the next topic.
I'm sorry it happened to you, man.
Now multiply from 10 backwards. 3 times 10 is 30.
I don't know. We might get copyright stricken for that one.
Yeah, copyright stricken. That's what we got to worry about with the hate speech you're throwing around. All right. So,
what part? Okay.
You literally said earlier that I called you a Jew as an insult. I don't know what you think that's funny for.
No. I didn't. That's not what I said.
What did you say,
Chevar? I said you said something about the Jews. I didn't say that you called me a Jew.
You can't say shit like that. That's what I'm trying to fucking tell you, and I'm live on my channel. I don't know why that's funny to you. So I don't know why it's a relaxed thing either. You want to push shit to the next level or whatever, and you're out here making fucking Steven Crowder jokes. Okay, so
there's no next
all right.
level.
So what's this about Super Seducers? This is that game that all those Twitch streamers are playing, right? And it's about it's just the pickup, and it's the pickup artist guy who made it, right?
Can we
I'm asking questions before we get into it, and you can answer me. You don't have to be meta about it and be like, "Can we get into it?" Before, no, answer me.
C.
All right, talk then. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Super Seducer 3, the hotly anticipated game sequel to the hotly loved and beloved Super Seducer 1 and 2, has been banned from Steam and apparently Epic Games as well. And apparently somewhere else too.
So why do people care? I don't get it. He had naked chicks in the game, and that's like against those store rules. So, and he's a pickup artist asshole. So yeah, that's what Valve said in the direct text messages to him. Direct text messages to Valve or screenshots from Valve. They were like, "We don't allow like human nudity on our store." So yeah, he even said he's going to cut the game up so that he can re-upload it with less nudity. But I don't care. So
he's banned.
Oh, he's like banned? That's not what this article said.
The article says.
That's literally not what the article said.
Yes, he's banned. So in order for him to release a new game, he'll have to use a new developer account.
Where does it say that in the article? I feel like you just like made that up.
It absolutely says it. They said
that's literally not in the article. He said it. He said he got banned. The article didn't say anything about him getting banned.
The article says that they had multiple back and forths trying to get the game approved.
Mm-hmm.
Valve said they can't come to some middle ground, so his game is banned. And in order for him to upload another game, he'll have to use like a different kind of account. And they said they'll help him make one. That's what I read. For whatever reason,
right. So how is that banned? I don't get it. Okay. Anyway, he even said afterward he's going to try to find a way to cut the game up and release it again. So how is that banned if they literally say, "Well, we'll make you another account. It's okay."
His developer account is banned.
But then you just said they'll make him another account, so he's not banned.
He's not banned. He can make games.
Well, then there you go. So then what are we even talking about him being banned if he's going to come back with it? Yeah, I don't know. You said that like it meant something. If they said they'll make him another account, then it doesn't matter. I've just seen people playing this in Twitch clips. Pickup artists are gross. I don't really get the point of them anymore. Except for, guys who have low confidence. I guess you need to learn how to talk to women through misogyny. But I don't know. I feel like this is just going to be another one of those things where people are like, Steam takedown game. I'm mad for no reason. For some people, like the devotion thing. Like, remember when devotion kept getting taken down and people were like, "You bend to will of China. I suddenly care about China," and nobody gave a shit about that game. So,
what?
Devotion, the game where they refer to the Chinese prime minister as Winnie the Pooh, and they pulled it from the store, and then Valve pulled it from the store, and everybody was like, "You're slaves to China," and then that's all people could talk about, and we want Devotion on the store, and then they bought Devotion, and nobody fucking played it or talked about it ever again. Like, it's I feel like this is just another one of those situations. Like, who cares if it's not on Steam? I mean, people watch it on YouTube anyway. It's not a real thing people care about. It's a point and click comedy / point and click romance misogynized women game. So I don't really like get like the fuss, right? So if he gets his game re-uploaded, I mean, I feel like we wouldn't give a shit if this was not a game somebody's favorite Twitch streamer played, because I'm sure this happens to plenty of people all day. They try to put titties in their game, and then Steam's like, "What?"
Well, I think it's more that his game gets banned, right?
Sorry.
But there are plenty of high sexual content games on Steam. I mean, there are tons and tons and tons, and those don't get banned.
And they don't have real life. They don't have real life people in them, and that's against their terms of service. That's literally what the back and forth says.
Let's see the back.
That's what the back. Did you read the article you sent me? Because now you
did. And when I read, and in what I read, he said there are no nipples. There's nothing that can't be on social media. So there's no reason to
Okay, listen, we're at this point where people
Getting
like
down there.
are really getting to this like odd space where they try to tell like platforms what to do with their platform. So here's the thing. It's not allowed because Steam said it was because of the nudity thing, right? Take them to court for it if you care that if you give them much of a shit, but like at the same time, like.
Well, there's nothing to take the court over.
And what do you mean? And wait, whoa. So wait, and you said he said there's nothing on there that can't be shown on social media, or do you actually know that?
That's what he said.
Okay, got it. That's all I needed to know. From the pickup artist said this is nothing you wouldn't see on social media. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, but I mean, it's all hearsay at this point. No one knows what the game.
No, I'm gonna look up Super Seducer 3 images. Let's see. All right. I
mean, how many?
Oh yeah, that's a titty. That's a titty too. That's just porn. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. So I don't.
How are you finding images of gameplay if the game's not out?
I mean, the game's not out. People have been playing it. They've been playing the prequels. What are you talking about? They've been playing the previous games. They all have nudity in them. What are you talking about?
But the previous games are on Steam. I'm talking about 3.
And guess what? Is there another story about those games not being on Steam at one point? Because I'm pretty sure I remember one of these getting removed at one time. No. Okay, I was thinking of a different game.
Okay, Super Seducer on Steam. I see it right here on Steam.
I don't know. Maybe this one was racier, man. Who knows?
But that's what I'm saying. You're just acting like, oh, look at that.
Chevar! So what you're saying is none of us played the game, and the first 2 games are on Steam, so that means that this obviously has worse shit in it. So what does that tell you, Chevar? He's just trying to drum up controversy to be like, more titty in my game. Steam didn't even want to approve it. They're going to have to make me a new account so I can re-upload a cut version of Titty Game. But they are censoring me.
You can't upload this game at all.
Even though Steam said they would make him another account to upload the game with? Did we just forget what you said 5 minutes ago?
Okay, please listen to me. No, he cannot. Because he cannot upload this game. Super Seducer 3 cannot be uploaded no matter how much he edits it or changes it. They're willing to make him another account so he can upload different games, but he cannot upload this game. This game is banned on Steam. All I was saying is Steam has lots of sexual stuff, tons of sexual games, including his 2 previous games.
Okay. I'm sorry. I think my problem is I don't care because I learned he was a pickup artist and I instantly lost interest.
Well, okay, he's a pickup artist, whatever, but we're not really talking about it. It doesn't matter if he was an accountant and he made this game, right? It doesn't really matter what he does. All I'm saying is you have an impact. He says the game doesn't have these things, and they say whatever the game has is too much. So it's kind of like, what is really too much with it? We can't see anything. He can't release it on Epic. It's blocked on Epic Store too. I don't know. Maybe on Xbox Store, Microsoft Store. Who knows? It can be there, but there's really nowhere to get the game, so nobody's gonna know why it was banned.
Okay, yeah. So he's mad that he submitted a game that wasn't ready to be submitted, and that Steam won't let him resubmit it. Is basically what we're at right now, and that now we're all arguing about what could have been in the game or not.
No. I'm not. Why do you say it wasn't ready to be submitted?
Because it clearly had shit it wasn't supposed to have in it. Because I'm reading shit about it now, and the other versions of the game are not like that's the thing, Chevar.
Are not like what? That's what I'm saying. You keep saying clearly.
Okay, Chevar. What I'm saying is that we're just taking this dude's word for that. He probably submitted, for all we know, fucking porn to Steam, and. Yeah, I'm sorry, he's a pickup artist. I don't trust him. I don't fucking trust the guy. He's a pickup artist. He submitted this porn game to Steam. Steam said, no, we don't want this, and you cannot resubmit this. and he got mad.
Okay.
Why should we be mad? Why should we be? Why do we care that this guy submitted a game that wasn't approved?
The question.
Why do we care?
Okay. What do you mean? Why do we care? What if it was something else that got banned?
Then it would be something else. Then we'd be talking about something else.
But you're saying it's porn. You don't know that.
If it was something else, it was something else, Chevar. Okay, I'm just going off of what I'm reading and the fact that this guy is just some snake. Okay, he submitted a game in a popular series where the whole thing is that you're objectifying women and it's funny and there's sexy titties and shit in it, right? He submits a raunchier version of the game. Allegedly, I'll say that. We don't know that because he said it wasn't that bad. But Steam, they lie sometimes. That we don't know. And they're not very clear about their guidelines. But we're going to take his word for it as well, though. He's just as valid as Steam. And now that's where we're at, is that maybe one of these people is lying, I guess. That's the thing. I don't like that whole if it was another game thing, because if it was another game, it'd be another game. We wouldn't be talking about this. It'd be a different game. It's not like I don't have sympathy for this dude. I don't really care. Because it sounds like reading this, it literally sounds like this dickbag uploaded something for approval. Steam said no, and then he said, "Can I do anything?" And they said no, and now he's upset. Sorry, you tried to submit something to a platform, they didn't like it, and now you can't submit it to that platform. So guess what? It's the internet. Go release it on your website, let people play it, download the DRM free. Boom. If you care that much, go put it on another website. Go put it on fucking what's that website you can just go buy any fucking game off of? Yeah, go put it on CD Keys or something if you give it that much of a shit.
You didn't have that same opinion when a bunch of porn people got kicked off of Pornhub.
What do you mean? That involved like pedophilia and people like getting upset about other things. That is a completely different situation. And I don't know what that has to do with a pickup artist. I have no. What are you trying to?
You can go back.
You about to get real stupid in this bitch.
Let me tell you what I'm trying to. When we talked about that, however many months ago that was, you sat there and talked about how it was ridiculous that they kicked that many people off of that platform instead of vetting everything.
Mm-hmm.
But by your own logic here today, if they want to kick them off, then they can kick them off, and we shouldn't even be talking about it.
No, that's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. That's not what I said. That's not what I didn't say. They kicked them off. We shouldn't be talking about it. That's literally boiling what I said down to the simplest, like most caveman version of what I said. I said, dickbag pickup artist uploads porn game to big site. Big Site says, no, you violated our terms. That is not the same thing as Pornhub mass deleting accounts and not telling them anything. And when they respond, literally not saying anything to them. That is not the same thing. And that's dumb that you would compare it to that.
They changed their terms.
No, Chevar, that's not what the fuck I'm saying. They didn't just change their terms. No, that's not what happened. They mass deleted a bunch of shit. Not because it was against terms of service, just because. And then they changed the terms of service to match the situation, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is that's not the same thing. Dickbag pickup artist getting his stupid little I hate women game kicked off of Steam is not the same as people trying to make a living off of porn when, that's what they do. Not pickup artist man who sells book to men about how they hate women are small, and this is how you seduce them because they're robots. Like, no, I'm not gonna get into that argument with you. There are people.
Is he not also making money or living off of porn?
No, he's not.
These games are pretty big for him.
Yeah, then guess where he should go do that, Chevar? He should go do that on a porn site. That was the problem with when the porn stars got kicked off the porn site. You know why it sucked when the porn stars got kicked off the porn site? Because they shouldn't have got kicked off the porn site. The pedophiles should have got kicked off the porn site, which is what people were asking for. You're comparing apples to the fucking moon, Chevar. You're literally comparing apples to the moon. Porn's a game?
It's also a game.
Oh, it's also a game. It's also a game. Guess what? There's porn game websites too. He should go upload them there. What are you trying to say?
Those are also on Steam. I mean, what are you
Chevar,
saying?
the porn game websites are on Steam? Are you old? Are you 55?
No, porn game. Don't act like you know what I'm saying. Porn games are also on Steam.
Yes, porn games are on Steam, right? Guess what? They're hentai titty porn games. Hey, guess what? That's what Steam allows on their service. What are we talking about anymore? You're just going back and forth with me about this because you want me to give a shit about this guy, and I don't.
I'm not going back. No. I'm just saying what you're saying doesn't make sense because his previous.
Oh my god, it doesn't make. It's not that it doesn't make sense, Chevar. You just don't agree.
It does. No, it doesn't make sense.
No, how doesn't it make sense? How doesn't it make sense?
Because you're saying, in one situation, it's horrible because I don't like that this happened. But in another situation, I don't like this guy, so it's okay that it happened.
Yeah, that's my opinion. Is that fine? Is that cool? Am I allowed to have opinions now? Because I'm telling you the intrinsic difference. Okay, I'm going to explain this one more time to you. One more time, because I think it's really hard for you to understand the words that are literally just coming out of my fucking face. This guy, who is just some... Do you know what pickup artistry is, right? It's not just like date women.
I understand.
It's literally women are pieces of shit, and this is how you can control them so that they can do what you want because women only like bad guys or some stupid shit, right? This guy, you want to tell me that he gave a shit about Steam guidelines and censored his game that's supposed to be the third in his series that people have been playing on stream because they think the sex stuff is funny, the funny humor against women is funny, and the absurd shit that happens in it is funny. You want me to believe that guy didn't upload something that was not that was against Valve terms of service? You want me to even entertain that idea, right? You want me to entertain that idea? Okay, let's say I entertain that idea, right? Well, then yeah, sure.
He did it twice.
He did it twice. Well, then he did it wrong twice. He did it wrong twice. Because I see people in the comments saying he uploaded the Twitch version second. How does anybody know this? What is it? Did anybody play this version he gave them? What are they talking about?
That's what I'm saying to you. How do you know any of this?
That's what I'm saying. I don't see why we're even defending this fucker. That's what I'm saying. I don't see why everybody's jumping out of Blu-rays to go, I'm sorry. Oh my god, pickup artist man, I'm sorry you lost your game on Steam. Like, that's what I don't get. I don't get
I'm not defending anyone. I'm asking, why are you attacking him? That's what I'm asking. I get you don't like his job, all right? I get all that. But you're saying it's justifiable and defensible when...
Because he uploaded something...
exactly the same thing.
Okay, Chevar, you're right. Valve is actually just really fucking hates this guy, and when he uploaded this game twice, they said, "Oh, fuck him. We don't want you on here. We're gonna ban you, and we don't ever want Super Seducer 3 on here. We don't like you." And and of course, Epic banned it for no reason too, right? See, that's what I don't get. Am I supposed to believe that it's this? But Chevar, that's the other narrative. It's these companies against the common guy trying to upload a game. No, it's not. Some fucker uploaded something he wasn't supposed to upload to these places, and they said, we don't want this. Sorry, because guess what? They have the first two. I guess there's a reason they have the first two, not the third one. And you want me really to and we're supposed to do this both sides thing where it's like, oh, okay, but he could be telling the truth, and Valve is just bullying him. And there are other porn games on Steam. Like, is that what you want? Like, because I don't get it.
No, that's not what I want. And I didn't say any of those things. I didn't say anything about Valve bullying him or Epic judging him or anything like that. All I was saying is that whatever standards Valve has, Steam has, for nudity and sexual content or whatever in their game, it's not standard at all. So it is a valid question. What exactly is in the game that makes them shut it down? Because there's other games are there. There are games that have other nudity and whatever on Steam, right?
Yeah.
He apparently cut stuff out of the old games to make them fit. So why wouldn't he do it in this one? I'm not saying he didn't make porn, but I'm saying it's not the first game he's loaded up on there. It's not the first game he had. It's the third one.
Yeah, so why is it exactly. So why is it impossible to believe that he fucked this one up if he got it just because he got it right 2 out of 3 times?
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying maybe there should be more discussion about what is and isn't okay on Valve, because you can go on Valve and see some pretty disgusting stuff.
Yeah, you can. It's animated and they allow for that, which that's subjective. I don't like it, but it's a part of the terms of service. So I don't know why. And I hate it because I see like S-Fan or somebody, one of the top Twitch streamers or whatever, and the top he's like, Twitch, their terms of service is more strict than Valve's, and what are you talking about anymore? Why are you comparing terms of service between two different platforms? Also, I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it because I don't.
I think we all learned that Biko really hates pickup artists.
Yeah, I do. They're
Kinda
misogynistic bitches. They're little men and they can suck my dick. Fuck them.
I mean, that really upsets you.
Sorry that I'm actually passionate about something. I'm not a both sides centrist.
I didn't know you were passionate about pickup artists, though. That's something.
Yeah, I'm passionate about not liking misogyny. Sorry. I'm passionate about people who don't like women making a career out of fucking women over. I don't know what's controversial. What am I overreacting or what?
I'd make the argument that they screw over more guys than they do women, but that's
you think they screw out more? You think they screw over more guys because they paid a few dollars for a few bucks than all the women who are forced to deal with the guys who are practicing rape culture in front of them because they want pussy? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't feel bad for the men because they need to get off Reddit and go fucking talk to a person.
I didn't say you had to feel bad for anyone, but
I know. I don't think the men got. I do not think that. I don't think the men. Wow, they lost some money, and women got harassed and sexually harassed because of the movement. Yeah, I think the women got more fucked out by that one. Well, you about to ask me whether to be sexually assaulted or lose money? Yeah, okay.
No. That's not what I said. That's what I said. If the pickup artist guy didn't exist, do you think there would be substantially less predatory behavior?
Yes, they push that shit along. That's the point. They promote that shit. The more people you have who promote that shit, the wider it gets out. What the fuck are you talking about? That's like asking, Steven Crowder's bad, but he's not the worst racist. Yeah, you want to get rid of some of the other bad racists. Why the fuck wouldn't you? What kind of question is that?
I think that there's a little difference there, but okay.
Right. So agents of misogyny are okay because they're not as bad as the big guy. So Steven Crowder's not as bad as Trump because he's just never going to be on Trump's level, right? It's okay that he does entire podcasts, fucking imitating Chinese people during the coronavirus. I don't know, man. I know that's not something you're talking about, but I don't like this whole thing where I'm supposed to oh, I love everybody and I'm okay with what everybody does. I'm not. I don't fuck with what half the people do. Fuck them.
And that's fine, but you got to stop putting words in people's mouths. That's a thing you should try to avoid. You do that a lot.
I don't see how if pickup artists go away that some men would stop being misogynistic. Or at least it would reduce the amount of men who are misogynistic. Obviously, there are bigger problems for. I'm not an idiot. I know that's not how you. I'm not saying if you get rid of Joe Rogan, misogyny ends or trans misogyny ends. That's not what I'm saying. But continue.
All right. Number 4.
What is this game? This game was announced and I never fucking heard of it. Atomic Heart, right? When was this game even announced? I saw this trailer, but I don't know what this is.
All right, for the people listening to the show, Atomic Heart is a game, and they just released a new trailer.
Fuck you.
If you don't remember Atomic, I'm just saying, you talking you
can talk back.
I know we're live.
You can talk. You can talk, but you could also talk back when we're recording as well to be like, oh, Atomic Heart or something like that. Anyway, continue. Whatever.
I don't want to fake talk to you. I'd rather just talk to you. Oh my God.
Okay, go.
So, Atomic Heart is a game made by a Russian developer, and I don't remember when it was announced. I think it was about 2 years ago or something, maybe longer. Anyway,
yeah,
right. They've made the promise that their game will be as visually stunning as possible, and that's what they're going for. um, is to make the game look amazing on all the platforms it's on. So they released a new trailer uh, a few days ago
Yeah,
it's basically I guess it starts in some guy's ear. I don't remember. It starts really close to a guy's face, and
yeah.
it's a slow-mo pan around that zooms out slowly to show him fighting some robots and stuff. And it has really good visual fidelity. It doesn't look, I wouldn't say it's like the most realistic looking thing. I don't think that's what they're going for, but there's a lot of
A lot of
like,
detail. It looks good.
yeah, there's a lot of detail and everything. I mean, it starts off zoomed in, I think, on his lips or his mouth or
Yeah, and then
something.
you like in his pores.
can
You can see his
see
pores and shit. It's wild.
you can see his pores and the tartar in his mouth and the stubble in his beard, all that stuff. Anyway, this game, uh, they say it's gonna come out. I don't know when, but it's supposed to come out for the 4, 5, XS, and SX.
Right.
So, um, I mean, go check it out. I have no idea if it's actually gonna be any
Well, they're trying to
good.
be what BioShock and Fallout at the same time. So for all we know, no, this could turn out terrible. But it looks fun in the photo mode. That's what this was for, showing off the photo mode. But it looks good. It looks good. I will say that it looks good graphics wise. Will it play good? I don't know, because I didn't even remember that this game got announced. So
There's no release date or anything, so
damn.
it could very well never. I mean, it could very well never release.
Well, rest in peace, Atomic Heart.
Well, you don't know. It might release. It might be the best game of all time. But so was Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk wasn't even the game of the week.
That game is
Like, oh my
ass,
God.
dude. They still haven't even updated it. That PS5 update ain't coming out till 2022.
Well, they announced an update this week.
Yeah, and guess what? It does like nothing. I read that whole update. It's fixing a bunch of random shit that has nothing to do with the fact that they're behind on this game, and it's stuff that should have been fixed, like like options in the menu. So, ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Rest in peace to that game. What else we got? Oh, okay, this is what I want to talk about. So, you got sounds, play them. So, PlayStation announced that they will soon be closing down the digital store for PS3, PSP, and PS Vita. I'm pretty sure Vita is the latest one that's getting closed. Like, it gets closed at the latest time. I think it's in July. But yeah, the PS3 and the PSP store are going down pretty soon. Which is kind of crazy. It's kind of insane. So basically, what this means is that you will no longer be able to purchase games from the PS3 store, and I guess
them?
that's what I don't understand. I don't think you'll be able to download them either. That's what I don't understand. So I went and downloaded all my Vita games today just to be sure. But yeah, this is a big problem. So a lot of games are only digital on PS3. They're only available digital, and finding physical copies for some of these games is a bitch. So there are some games that are literally going to be gone once these services expire, which is kind of wild, especially for the PS3. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's gone, and the PSP. The Vita, there's some really good stuff on there, but I think the biggest thing is that you won't be able to find most of it physically in a good condition. But yeah, it's kind of scary. I mean, at this point, people are gonna just start saying, "Fuck it, I'm gonna turn this bitch to an emulator." But I'm gonna start emulating these games instead, because you can't even buy them off the store. So I'm gonna log into the PS3 this weekend and download some shit just to be sure that I have it. People are also looping around rumors that apparently when they disconnect these services and consoles can't connect to online, that consoles won't be able to function. So unless Sony sends an update out that disables that feature, PS3's some PS3s actually won't be able to work once a certain battery inside the console dies. So like once like that function like
Why?
because it needs to update every so PlayStation consoles since the PS3 have been locked online basically. So they need to connect to the internet. If they're connected to the internet at all, like they need to be connected at least once to work, right? Like in the factory they're connected to the internet. Then after that, every once in a while they touch base with the internet to work, right? Just touch base with the internet, they try to connect to it and they touch base with the PS3 services. If the PS3 services are down, they can't do that. And as a result, you literally can't play games. You won't be able to play games on some PS3 consoles. So homebrewers are already trying to come up with a way to send an update out that people can install on their console to prevent that from happening or to reverse it. This has already happened to some people with PS4s.
But don't they already have? I mean, people have modded PlayStation 3s anyway that don't connect to the internet. I don't understand.
Yeah, but that's the thing. There are people who may still want to play their PS3 that don't mod their shit, and it might just one day stop working. Like their PS3 may just one day decide I don't want to play games anymore. And apparently the PS4 has the same issue because people have tested it out. And yeah, some PS4s straight up, if you try to insert a disc or play a game with it, they won't function anymore. I can send you the post because I was reading it earlier and it was really interesting. But yeah,
I mean, that's all hypothetical though. But,
hypothetical? What?
Just because the store is down doesn't mean that the consoles don't.
Yeah,
register
no,
on some
yeah.
kind of server. Because
Yeah.
even with the, I mean, you still have. If you go to your Sony thing and it shows you the consoles and stuff you own, they still have the PSP on there, and that thing doesn't work, right?
The what feature?
The PSP.
Oh yeah. No, the PSP's still up there, dude.
The PSP store still works?
Yes, Chevar. That's one of the ones going down with the PS3 store.
Oh, okay.
They announced a while ago they're taking the PSP store down, but they never actually took it down. They're taking it down now. So I'm trying to go back to that post that I saw, but yeah. So no, this could be something that doesn't happen, but it's very possible. So unless Sony does something with the last update that makes sure this doesn't happen or something like that, it could be an issue. I'm not saying it will be. I'm not saying you should be panicked about your PS3 if you're somebody who still uses their PS3. I'm going to start using my PS3 to stream old PS3 games, but yeah, no, kind of an L too. I don't know why people keep taking down their online store, especially Sony and Nintendo. I don't know why they keep doing that. I feel like it pushes people away from digital more than anything because people will just think that the thing that they want is going to be gone the next time they try to buy it. So I don't see the point.
I don't know. It depends if that's true or not. Here's the thing: a lot of those games are available. I mean, you can download them on the 4, right? And I'm sure the 5 will take some as well. Like those PSP games. A lot of them are available on the 4.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 3 games, I think, are the biggest issue, maybe. But I don't know. We knew it had to close at some point. It might be a little soon for people, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's been almost what?
It's been like
when PlayStation 3 come out?
for like 13 years. Yeah, 14 years.
Yeah.
It's been about 14 years. I get it, and I don't know, man. I just feel like I wonder how much it would cost them to just keep the stuff up because of the fact that people may need to re-download things. Because when you take these stores down, like if people have, I mean, this is what we've been talking about forever. Digital libraries are dangerous because if they decide to ever take that thing down, you basically don't own it anymore. You basically paid to rent it for digitally. It's kind of fucked up. So I don't know, man. We'll see how this goes. Sony kind of made me sad twice this week. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this pans out. I gotta make sure I got Persona 4. Look, I got my Vita right here. Actually, look, it's right here. Got my Vita right here. I downloaded everything I need on it. I think the only thing I'm missing is the Metal Gear Solid collection. But then I remembered I have it on PS3, so I don't care. So I have everything. So It's all good. All right, what we got?
You put this one.
Yeah, this is a quick thing. This is not advertisement for Game Pass, by the way. I just thought this was funny. According to Microsoft,
No, not 6. I said 7. Nobody's coming up with 6. Who works out in 6 minutes? You won't even get your heart going, not even a mouse on a wheel.
I agree. So Game Pass apparently causes people to game 20% more than people who don't have Game Pass. I had a question for you. How the fuck do you measure that?
I have no clue. This sounds like the most. How did they decide? How did they do this study? What?
They had very exact percentages. They said, I posted this. I thought it was bullshit.
When you do a study or something, you're not gonna have exact numbers. But who did they? What?
30% more game. People play 30% more games in general when they have Game Pass, and they have a 40% increase in genre exploration. What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant? I fucked that quote up, man. Yeah, kill me now. I don't know, but
what does that mean? What does that mean, a 40% increase in genre exploration?
I guess I asked people how many, what games they played in the past, okay. I feel like that'd be the easiest way to do that.
The increase in genre exploration, that kind of makes sense. 30% more games in general, okay, that makes sense. The 20% more time in game, I don't. Like we said, how did they get to that number?
Yeah, did those people somehow gain 20% more time? I don't.
And how does having more games lead to you spending more time? At first, of course, having more games, you spend more time playing games. Not really, because I've been playing Neo for a year. I have at least a few thousand, maybe a couple thousand. I think I've got about 2,000 hours in Neo. I have to check.
Jesus Christ.
I got a lot of hours in Neo. Right?
That's insane.
If I had another game to play, instead of playing Neo, I'd be playing that other game, but it's still the same 1,000-something hours. When I can play games, I play games when I have the time.
Oh, well, okay.
You know
well, I think that's. I'll say from my perspective, I think I play more games with Game Pass just because I have more access to more stuff. Now, I will say,
what?
I will say I have more access to more games with Game Pass. Does that not make sense? I play more games because I have more games.
No. I understand playing instead of playing one game a year, playing 2 games a year. I get that. But instead of spending 1,000 hours, you spend 3,000 hours. I don't understand that.
Chevar. Okay. So sometimes people get tired of playing the same game, and they don't play games for a little bit. And Game Pass helps them not do that because then when they get tired of one game, they play another one. And hell, if they're tired of that other game that they played for the other one, they can go in the library of 300 or 500 whatever games are on Game Pass and pick another one. It's different. It's not the same as, I feel like when I have a better selection of games, I play more games, especially when it's literally oh, cool, I literally got something new today that I want to try that is a low impact game. I will play more games. So that I think that makes sense. I think if you have more games, you're going to play more games. I just think the exact numbers are funny.
You mean play games more?
Oh my fucking God. Yes, play games more, Chevar. Yes. Not play more games. There you go.
I see that working for some people.
Exactly, some people.
But when I think of the normal regular person, right? Like the adult who goes to work and goes home and then finds time to play games.
Yeah.
Because having Game Pass doesn't mean you only have one game either. I'm sure people have multiple games that they enjoy. I just don't see how someone's going to make sense to me. The 20% more
I already explained it. I really do feel like when you give people a variety of stuff, especially because when you think about Game Pass, you don't have all those games on your system at the same time. They're available, but they're not all on your system at the same time. Some people don't finish games, so you don't feel as much pressure when you have Game Pass to, spend way too much time on one game, get burnt out on it, and then never come back to a game after that. You can go, okay, I didn't like this, I'll uninstall it, play another Game Pass game, and then boom, you end up spending way more time than you would have playing this game that you do like, but you're burnt out on. So I think that makes sense. If you have more access to things, like I've been sure, let's be real, since I got Game Pass, I have been playing like 3 times more games. Not even a 20% increase. I have been gaming a lot more. Okay.
Why?
Because I have more shit to play.
Okay. How many games did you have to play before Game Pass?
I had a lot of games to play.
Okay. Okay. You had a lot of games to play. So what's the difference between having a lot of games to play and having a lot of games to play that made you play more?
Okay.
And what is maybe there's something else there that made you actually access games more often instead of just having the Game Pass? Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's not like I know you have already before Game Pass, you had lots of games. Could you not maybe say that it's also the new laptop that you got, and it's also the initiative to stream more that you got? And I mean, could
and I got what gave me the initiative to stream more?
What?
Game Pass. Most of the things I stream are on Game Pass.
Hold on. Why did you get Game Pass?
Because I got a gaming PC.
You don't have an Xbox. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I feel like we're arguing semantics at this point. I literally gave you an example, and you're like, I don't get it. Like,
that's not semantics.
Okay. Am I not somebody who owns Game Pass who didn't own Game Pass before? I mean, Chevar, that's the funny thing about surveys. They don't take in all these factors. I think that's our point.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's our point, Chevar.
We don't have a survey. There's no survey. This is just out of some guy's mouth. There's no survey. Where's the survey? There's no survey. There's no anything. This guy's just saying things. So we don't know where it comes from at all. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this is mostly...
Did you read the article?
Because yeah, I did. I'm looking at it right now. I would say for your Xbox person, your regular Xbox person, it makes sense doing new genres, playing more games in general, exploring. That makes sense. But I think I don't see how on earth you get more time to play games when you already had it, because you would assume that you already had that time before. Also,
once again,
who knows when these numbers were extracted, if they were even extracted. This guy keeps pulling out of his dick hole, right?
Okay, Number 2, true. Nothing is real. Yes.
Number 2. Not saying nothing is real. Not saying nothing is real. Is that 20%? What happens if we split up your Xbox people versus your PC people? Because if you ask me, it makes a lot more sense that PC people would be gaming more with Game Pass because A, you're getting lots of games that were not even available to you before. B, a lot of people get new Game Passes. If you have a PC, you kind of that's the way to migrate into it. You know what I'm saying? That 20% number just to me feels very misleading.
I mean, yeah, it's vague stats. That was kind of my point in the first place. I just want you to know that I personally have experience with. I played games more because of Game Pass. Like, I know what you're saying. We had a shit ton of games before that, Chevar. I know what you're saying. There are games on Game Pass I did not have access to before, which is what made me play games more. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but that because of is what's getting me. Because if you didn't have a PC, would you have gotten Game Pass?
Chevar,
you could.
I know, Chevar. I agree with you. Okay, I'm saying that could also be other people. Maybe people just got gaming PCs.
but for a second, let's talk about you, okay? Because
Oh my God.
all I'm saying is that because of part really irks me, because of means that's the source. When I would say in your situation, while it's probably a very big contributing factor, the bigger factor is probably
Right, so you're getting stuck on words again. Yeah, Chevar, I did. Yeah, Game Pass was the sole reason I started playing more games. No, Chevar, it wasn't the sole reason. Yeah, I got a gaming PC. Yeah, I started streaming more. Duh. I didn't say it was the sole reason. That was my point, is that the survey is dumb. We opened the topic up saying this shit is stupid. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm not trying to give it validity.
I'm just asking you. Please don't get upset with me because I pay attention to words that people tell me in a conversation. It only makes sense to do so.
Oh my God. What? Okay? What, Chevar? What did I not... What did I not acknowledge that you said? Because I thought that we were on the same page. At this point, we're arguing in circles about the same thing. We agree with each other. This is a stupid survey that we don't even know is a survey. We don't know where the stats come from. How do you measure 20%? How do you say people have more in-game time? I just told you my experience, right? And I'm not trying to lend that and say, oh, that proves what they're saying is right. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just talking about how that worked for me because you asked the question, right? I'm not saying that applies to all Xbox players or all people on Game Pass. I'm just saying that. Okay, so I don't know why we're... Right. What's the argument anymore? I don't get it.
My argument is, don't get upset at me when I respond to the words that you say. And B, I was responding to the words you said. You said, I play more games because of Game Pass. When I said, there's probably a underlying more prevalent reason that you play more games.
Yes.
Than Game Pass.
Yeah, we are on the same page. What the fuck are we talking about anymore? You literally... I don't know... Yeah, I agree. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Yeah, sure, I wouldn't have Game Pass if I didn't have a computer, a doy.
You didn't agree 2 minutes ago.
Because we were talking about the statistic thing, and you were trying to make it about, well, I don't know if people really... That's not what we were talking about. You changed the subject. Go to the next thing. We're almost done with this thing, man.
I didn't change the subject.
Yeah, you did, bro. You may not think that you did, but that's literally what you did. You literally changed the fucking subject. Because we were talking about one thing, and then you said, well, now I'm talking about you. Okay, wait, what? Then why are we talking about me? I'm not the person who took the survey. I'm not. I didn't take no fucking survey.
You put yourself into the conversation.
Because I'm the host on the podcast. I'm going to talk about my experience with Game Pass. What do you want?
It's wrong to put yourself. I'm not saying it's wrong to put your experience into the conversation. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you the reason I started focusing on you was because you started focusing on you.
Yeah, because I said the reason I started playing more games was because of Game Pass, and you were like, like, yeah, I know I got a gaming PC, bro. I know you got it for me. Like what?
You should do the entire podcast like that. That sounds hilarious.
Let's hurry up and wrap this shit up, man.
It should be like a steroid.
Jesus fucking Christ. You used to be asking me dumb questions. You're like, I don't see how people play games more. And I'm like, this is how. And you're like, that's not what they said. I never said that's what they said. Nobody ever said that's what they said. My whole joke was that they didn't even explain any of this shit. That was the whole point I put this shit on the agenda, is that Microsoft comes out of nowhere saying, we cause people to play 20% more games, explore 30% more genres, and 40% increase in games in general. How do you measure that, bro? Like, that was my joke. That was the whole point. And then you start going off about, well, you said Game Pass the only reason you play game. How you play Game Pass with no PC? That All right, cool. I guess Chevar's at that point where he's just gonna not say anything to me after I talk, and I'm gonna asshole the podcast. All right, whatever, man. All right. We can let's do this first one because this second one doesn't matter.
When you want to battle and when you want to move on, I thought you were trying to get out what you were saying,
bro. You don't be talking.
And then,
okay.
Oh Lord, help me.
So more details came out about the new Nintendo Switch, and it's got an NVIDIA card that can do ray tracing, DLSS. And it's going to be OLED, improved CPU, all that shit. Same shit we talked about last time. Why do people act like this isn't going to be a low-end graphics card in the Switch? Why do people act like this thing isn't going to be the most boo-boo ray tracing in the world? It's going to be ass ray tracing. It's not even going to compare to the other two consoles, especially if it's supposed to be a handheld console.
I think the reason people think that the chip will be a significant upgrade, it's the same reason that the console is probably coming out anyway. So it's most. I said this when the Switch first released. They're using old technology and selling it like it's new, and I'm sure it was kind of sped up by the pandemic, but
Yeah.
the parts and the chips that they use in the original Switch aren't going to be made anymore. And
You
they
haven't
still
switched the
want to
pick in a
sell
while, by the
Switches.
way.
Doesn't matter. Then they still want to sell Switches, okay? So what's going to happen is they've got to make a new one because what they used to make the old one is not only outdated but not even going to be made anymore. The production's going to stop.
Oh, really?
What was in the original Switch?
I have no idea. It's all
Probably
old shit.
It's I think it was some it's equivalent cell phone thing, right? So I have a feeling the new Switch is coming out because it has to. Because if they want to sell Switches, they have to make Switches. If they want to make Switches, they need a chip, and the chip they've been using is going to be gone. You got to upgrade because they were using bottom of the barrel trash anyway.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's no parallel bottom of the barrel trash to use.
It's
So that's why you got a
yeah.
new Switch coming out, and that's why people feel like the upgrade is actually going to be some significant kind of upgrade because they have no choice. It's like
Exactly.
if you had your cell phone for 10 years and now you have to switch and get a new one, you can't go back and get a Motorola Razr V2.
Nope.
That's done. That's gone. You skip that. You skip the blueberry, Burberry, whatever. You skip the Klitcha Now you're all the way up to iPhone fucking 12s and Samsung TVs.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
no, so it has to be a leap.
Yeah, it's bad, dude. I just
And
saw a lot of people.
more money again.
I saw a lot of people just gushing themselves as soon as they saw Nvidia and DLSS, and I'm like, I don't think y'all know that doesn't mean too much, especially in the current age when both consoles have already been doing that for what 6 months now. PCs have been doing that for years, and it's probably going to look like shit on the Switch, and that Nintendo probably won't update any of their games to take advantage of it. Do you think Nintendo would update the Super Mario Odyssey? No, they're not. No, they would never. No,
they'll just sell you Super Mario Odyssey Switch 2 version that works on both.
Yeah,
and
they'll also what they'll do, and if they no, wouldn't that be funny? They'll release an update for Breath of the Wild that has ray tracing. Nintendo fans lose their shit, and then we don't get Breath of the Wild 2 for another 6 years.
Well, you know the reason Nintendo doesn't pop out sequels the same way like an Uncharted did or the same way Halo did, right?
Why?
Because they don't want to reduce the price of the game that's currently out. If they put out a Zelda, you literally have no idea when the next Zelda will come out. It could be 3 years, it could be 8 years, it could be 12. You have not a clue when the next Zelda is going to come out for the Switch or whatever. A Halo, Halo is going to come out in 3 years, 2 years. Mortal Kombat's going to come out in 3 to 5 years. You know that stuff, right? And it makes price go down. But when it's the only Zelda you'll ever get for the rest of your life, and until they announce otherwise, they can keep the prices up.
No,
I wouldn't be surprised if they release updated versions of these things, and then you don't get your Metroid, you don't get your Zelda, you don't get your Mario or whatever they're gonna make because they know. I mean, think about it. How many Mario games have come out since that Mario on the Switch, that first Mario Switch game? Mario
one
Universe or whatever.
One
Mario game.
Yeah, and it was like 2 hours.
One
I mean, that's the thing. I'm not talking about re-release. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about re-releases. I'm not talking about re-release.
I'm talking about Mario games.
Okay, then like 4 or 5, Chevar. I don't know.
It's been like 4 or 5. How many of them are like new games?
None of them.
Spanking new, exactly. And how much if you go and buy Mario Odyssey? How much is it still? $50.
So
it works.
I think you have too much faith in them to even remake their stuff. I think that they're just going to keep trudging along with the stuff they're already making, and they're going to say "fuck you" to all their old games.
They can't.
Why? You say they can't.
Chipset. You can't make what doesn't exist.
They don't make their games on computers.
What are you talking about? Maybe I don't understand.
They don't make their
Rephrase what
games
you're
on
saying?
computer. What are you talking about? I said I don't have any faith in them to remake or update any of their old games. They're just gonna trudge forward with the sequels that they're already planning, and all the old Switch games are just gonna still look like shit on the new Switch. They're just gonna look like
Yeah,
Switch games,
probably.
and I feel like
Yeah,
that is gonna be hilarious, especially considering that PS4 games play better on PS5, and Xbox One games feel better on Xbox Series X. I really feel like the Switch is gonna like have like nothing. I feel like it's just gonna be like, oh, these future games will be HD, but these other ones we just upscaled them, quote unquote, to 4K, which means it's not really. It's just gonna be less anti-aliasing, but people are gonna act like it's like a new game.
but the people who bought the Switch didn't buy it for how it looks. Okay. So why would they do that? They don't need to.
Wait, what? What are you talking? What?
People who bought the Switch, and
They
people
wouldn't
who
need
will
to
buy
do
the
what?
Switch,
They wouldn't need to do what? What did I say that they need to do that they wouldn't need to do? I'm confused.
I didn't say you said they needed to do anything. I'm saying your issue with them upgrading or not upgrading their past games, I'm saying they wouldn't need to do that. It wouldn't even benefit them at all. It probably would, but it doesn't hurt them not doing it because the people who buy these systems don't care about how the games look.
I know
If they
that.
did, they wouldn't buy
Yeah,
the system.
yeah. I have no idea why you said that because that's what I just said. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not getting the Switch Pro. I don't see the point, especially because it's gonna have low end everything. Nintendo really be
Well,
getting away
you
with
already have a
robbery.
Switch.
It's fucking bullshit. Yeah, that's why I don't want to get it. I don't want to get the new Switch because I already have a Switch. Like, unless they pull some bullshit where they're like the new Zelda won't work on your old Switch, and I guess I'll have to get one at some point. But I'm not getting it. If I'm not getting it directly from Nintendo, I'm not giving them any money. I'm gonna go rob a little kid on the corner and take his fucking Switch. I'm not buying it.
I know,
I'm
but
gonna go
you
rob
said
a
it.
child for his new Nintendo Switch.
I don't want to get into semantics again, but okay.
Wait, what did I say? What did I say, Chevar? What? No, you want to get into semantics.
you-
You kept trying to bring it up. So
Well,
what's the semantics? Anything I can see? What is it?
No, I don't want to. No, no, I don't want to.
No, you clearly want to say it. To say it,
I don't really want to do it.
do it. Say it. It's gonna drive me fucking nuts if you don't say it.
Well, it's like the way you were saying. You were saying like you don't want to buy it because of this. You say you don't want to buy it because Nintendo is just ripping people off. But then you say you don't want to buy it because you already were ripped off. So I don't know which.
When do you mean
one
I
it
was
is.
already ripped
Maybe
off? I
it's
didn't
both.
say I got ripped off. What are you talking? When did I say I got ripped off?
You
What?
bought a Switch already.
I never said, but I never said that. You said that because you don't like Switches, Chevar. You made that up in your fucking
No, okay,
head.
Let me.
When did I ever say I
it
didn't
in a
like my
different way
Switch?
that doesn't-
I just
Let
know
me
my
say it in a
Switch
different
doesn't
way,
look
doesn't
good. Games on it don't
Let me
look as
say
good
it.
as they do on the PS5 or PC. That's a no-brainer.
Let me say it. Let me say it in a way that doesn't conflate a joke with what you're trying to get across. Okay. You said at first you're not buying it because they're scamming.
By the way, is this podcast just Chevar reviews Biko just said because he doesn't fucking understand it? Sorry, continue.
I said I didn't want to talk about it, and then you forced me to talk about it, and now you're upset that I'm talking about it.
Because you can't get to the point. You always go, well, the reason I want to say this is because
you know why? Because when I give you the whole
I'm not leaving. You can just get to the point.
No, because when I get to the point, you.
Oh
miss
my
it.
god! Well, my camera's died already because you take so fucking long to talk. So get to the point, or what?
I'll let you know though. If
we're not bickering on the podcast, bro. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not. You told me to talk about it.
Then why didn't you get to your point yet? If you weren't bickering, then you would have gotten to your point already. You said I got screwed over by my Nintendo Switch. I'm asking you why you said that, and you can't get to the point. You have been beating around the bush for literally 30 fucking seconds.
I'm not being.
What are you saying then? Can you say it? Oh my god! Stop talking about what happens when you try to tell me things. Just fucking tell me the thing you want to fucking tell me. Stop doing that. That's really annoying. Nobody does that in the podcast. Tell me. Oh my god! All right, guys, this is the end of the Super Chevy Bros podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Then fucking say what you're gonna say. You keep responding to what I'm saying instead of just saying what you're gonna say. So say it. Say it.
Pico, what if what I'm saying?
Oh my god! He still couldn't say it. Jesus fucking Christ.
How about we just move on to the next thing, dog?
I'm not listening. So literally just, Chevar, literally just get to your point, because you've literally wasted 2 minutes saying why you can't get to your point when I tell you to get to your point. So get to your point. Sure. After I say this, literally just say what you need to say. Don't say, how about nothing? Just say what you need to say. Please, for the love of this podcast, just say it.
I love you, dog. That's all.
Oh, my motherfucking God. You motherfucker. Say it.
I said what I had to say.
No, you didn't. Because I asked you, what are you talking about? I got screwed over, and then you said, let me explain it when it's not a joke. And then you didn't say anything after that. You literally didn't say anything.
All right. Let me go backwards. All right, let's go back in time. Okay.
All I asked you is why you said I said that I said I got screwed over by buying my Switch. I was confused by that, and then ever since that happened, you just like shit the bed. I don't know what happened. I'm asking you.
The whole screwed over buying a Switch thing was a joke. That's not the point of the sentences I was saying.
Then why didn't you just say that and then end it?
I did say that, but you were yelling at me in the middle of me saying it.
No, because you literally said, I don't want to say this. Let me say this as less of a joke. And then you didn't say anything after that.
I know, I did say it, and then you kept getting upset that I was saying stuff.
What did you say then, Chevar?
Okay, what I was saying is, when you started talking about it, you said it as though you didn't want to buy the Switch because they are ripping people off. And then you said you didn't want to buy a Switch because you have a Switch. And my point was that the real reason you don't want to buy a Switch is because you already have a Switch. Because a lot of people buy the Switch because they just want to play the games, just like you just want to play the games. They know they're getting ripped off, but they want to play the games.
Right.
And I think you know, like I know, I kick some old funky shit. Okay.
All right. Well, hey, listen. I ain't got much else to talk about. I recommend you guys play Doom.
There's one more. We got one more story.
Chevar, this is running way too over. This is way too fucking long already. All right.
We're not even.
Nope. I got shit to do. I got shit to do. Not doing that with you. Not doing that thing.
All right. You mean the thing where we finished the last story?
Okay, so Microsoft could acquire Discord.
Okay. Microsoft could acquire Discord for $10 billion. If you don't need Discord, Discord is the way that people communicate on the PC. For example, for our console folks, right? Usually start a party, a group, whatever they're called on the console.
Wait, whoa. So why are you all of a sudden explaining what Discord is? Why is this the one thing this show we decided to explain when I told you we're trying to wrap the podcast up? Why are you suddenly explaining all of what Discord is?
No. I've been trying to explain everything. When we talked about the porn game guy, you were just jumped into it. I wanted to explain that. I've been trying to explain everything. I'm just explaining so that the people hear. All right, here, let's cut it short. All right, let's do it like this. Microsoft want to buy Discord $10 billion. Discord chat service. Oh, wow. Oh, God. Is this good thing, bad thing, Biko?
I don't get the point because Microsoft already owns Skype. They already have Teams. They're basically just going to start a fucking monopoly at this point because what else exists besides WhatsApp and GroupMe and Slack? Like that's all that'll be left if they take Discord and.
Well, WhatsApp is already owned by Facebook.
What does that have to do with what I just said?
Well, I mean,
is Facebook buying Microsoft?
No, I thought you were talking about smaller.
No, I'm talking about them owning multiple communication companies that all do the same thing. I don't give a shit about Slack. You think Slack's a small company?
Discord's kind of unique.
But like, why would they buy it though? Because I feel like if they bought it, they wouldn't get rid of Discord because they know that people like it differently. They would either take features from it, or they would put features from Teams into Discord. Because I don't see the point in making Discord Teams.
The same reason that.
Also, you didn't ever change the picture.
They wouldn't conjoin the two. the same reason that they, Facebook bought WhatsApp or whatever. It's just to have it and make money from it because you make a lot of money from it. They're probably connected to Xbox, right? Like the actual box. Probably connected, you know.
Probably use it better on.
It's just,
Probably be
I
better
mean,
on Xbox PC too. So.
maybe, but that's all. That's all it is. It's just about having more. All right. Well,
Microsoft just keep
good
buying
thing
shit,
and bad
bro.
thing.
Just keep
Do you
fucking
think it's a
buying
good thing
shit.
and bad thing?
I think it's a bad thing. I don't think anybody should own 4 of the same fucking thing. Why? Why do they keep buying all these apps that do the same thing? Like, I don't like the same company owning the same fucking 8 things. So no, I don't like
You
this.
sound like my wife. Jeez. I want a lot. I have multiple of a lot of things, and it's the exact same thing she says.
All
Everybody
right.
just
Well,
wanna chill
bye
on
guys.
Discord,
This is the
bruh.
podcast. I really appreciate y'all coming by. Thanks for sticking around.
Goodbye.
You literally made a my
Have
wife joke, dude.
fun. It's five. All right, that's the podcast.
You have no
It's
recommendations?
fine.
Oh,
Oh, do I have recommendations? Oh yeah. Here we go. I got recommendations. It's my wife. One more. My wife. Okay. I saw Justice League Snyder cut. It's good.
why?
It's better than the non-Snyder cut. It shows you how much difference editing makes in something.
Yeah,
Of
how many
course, they
Marvel
have
how
2
many
more
Marvel
hours.
movies is it better than?
Huh?
How many Marvel
How many
movies
Marvel
is it?
movie?
Yeah. Recent Marvel movie.
I
is it better than any of the Marvel movies that came out in the past 5 years?
yes.
Which ones?
It's better than both those Guardian of the Galaxy sleep fests.
Okay,
Nope.
Okay.
Hey man, you asked me a
I'm
question.
reacting, and you still couldn't even continue because you weren't confident in your answer. There you go. There you go, ladies and
confident in my
gentlemen.
answer. It takes what was a boring, very ham-fisted, chopped up movie and made it into an actual movie. It's long, it's 4 hours, but the pacing makes sense. Like any kind of expository segments make sense. The things that happen in the story, there's so many things in the original that just aren't explained, or they're not like you wouldn't be knowledgeable of it if you just weren't hyper keen on what's going on. And some things just aren't explained at all. This movie not only explains it, but it does it in the ways that movies should. Like it's a lot more show, a lot less tell. It's a lot better. It's way better.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I might watch it. I just don't have interest because I haven't liked any of the DC movies that come out at all recently. I'm still can't get behind the idea
You
of
like Aquaman. You like Aquaman.
Barely. I would never rewatch it.
You barely.
That's my thing. Is like I don't get the point of
it's
movie
it's
that already
DC
came
movie.
out, and then you remake it, and then it's twice
it's
as
literally
long.
A different movie.
What?
Then
why didn't they just make a different movie? Why is
because
it
they already made
the Snyder cut? The Snyder
because
cut.
Already made.
It was already made. Then why did they shoot more scenes for it if it was already made?
Because if you don't remember, Snyder's kid died, and so Snyder stepped away to take care of a dead kid. So what's the other guy? The Marvel guy who does a lot of the Marvel ones came in.
Yeah, Joss Whedon. I know who Joss Whedon is.
Yeah, right. You reshot, did different stuff.
No, yes, Chevar. I know the story. I get it. I know the Chevar. Don't talk to me like I don't know what the story is. I know why the Snyder cut. I know his son died and it didn't make the movie. I know that. My point is, why the fuck did we give him more money to remake the movie? Was it because his son died? That's an honest question. Is it because his son died that people wanted him to make this new movie? Because if not, why do we care?
No, because whatever was screened before the actual movie came out, it was well known that they are 2 very different movies in tone and editing and all those things. They're 2 very different movies. People were talking about the difference in the movies. It built up enough. I was the first one to say this is the stupidest thing to ever do. but it was good. It was
I
way
just
better
I
than
just
the
don't
original.
I just don't get why
It
it
was
couldn't be a new movie instead of them saying let's cut up the original.
Okay.
Shavar, you're okay because you're literally telling me it's a new movie. So why didn't they just make a new movie?
I'm trying to explain to you. Let me explain it to you. Because if you make another movie, that costs another $700-800 million. Instead of doing that, you could spend the 60 or 70 they did to finish the movie he was making before.
Finish the movie? They didn't even finish it. Didn't they add on like 2 hours? Or am I crazy? Was the original one supposed to be 4 hours too?
Okay, listen.
Oh, it wasn't finished, right? It wasn't finished, so he decided to.
Okay, listen. Can you listen? He's probably going for the same thing that Endgame did, where you have two movies that are really just one movie. Same exact thing happened here, because when you watch it, it's split into different parts, right? The Snyder cut.
It's split into 4 parts, right? That's the dumbest shit ever. How many parts is split into? 2?
I think it's like 6 or 7.
What the fuck? Oh no, I'm not watching that shit. No, okay, that's it. We get into the podcast here.
Whoa, you're not gonna watch something because it has a card here or there.
Because no, it's not a movie anymore. If you split it into 6 parts, it's not a movie, bro. It's a Netflix series.
Not split. Okay, stop. Listen.
Didn't you just
into 6 parts? Listen. How about you do that thing where you like yell at everybody, but
do that? Oh yeah, let's do personal attacks and shit, and instead of just getting to our point. Yeah, let's do that. I'll do that next time I talk too.
It's not 6 parts where you gotta go scroll. It's the thing that says part 2, and it has a title, and then the rest of the movie continues, just like old movies used to do, where they would have a
because all old movies are 4 hours long.
Just like when you go to the opera, where they have it's just a thing that says part 3. I mean, relax. It's not a big deal.
I don't know why the fuck everybody.
You would literally be missing 10 seconds of the film.
I just don't get why. I just don't get why the fuck everybody is like up in arms about a 4 hour long movie. I'm just
because
baffled.
It's better than the original. That's why. That's what I'm telling you. It's better than the original. It's significantly better than the original. It changes the movie in lots of ways. It's better than the original. Now you're arguing with me about something.
Okay, but isn't it still fitting like 2 entire like lore like of 2 different characters into another movie? Like, isn't it like telling Cyborg and Flash's story in the movie because they don't have their own movies? Like, it's still trying to force that because they never got their own movies. I'm asking. I don't know.
No, it's not. No, it's not what it does. It gives you more exposition about what happens to these characters and there's more about them in it. But when you compare it to the original movie, where there's just about nothing about them in it, it's completely fine. They don't stick in 4 movies for 2 extra characters. Remember, Aquaman didn't have his movie at that time either.
All right. Well, I'm glad people can enjoy it. I'll watch it if I feel like it in a couple of years. I'm not watching anything new right now, apparently, anyway. I'm just not interested. But I mean, it's not even new, apparently. Apparently it's old. So even though you know damn well they probably spent about half the budget on this movie as they did the original. But
no, they didn't. They spent
how much they spend?
They spent $70 million.
Oh, only $70 million to finish a movie that was apparently already finished and it was so good before it was finished.
No, it wasn't. It was really bad.
Then why did everybody want it if it was really bad? Okay, anyway, that's it. That's the end of the show. I don't want an explanation for that one. That doesn't make any sense.
You don't
All
like
right,
listening.
guys.
That's part of the explanation.
Because, bro, you literally just said that the original cut was bad. Then why did they want it? If it was bad and then now it's good.
I didn't say that.
So we decided it was good now?
I meant the original film.
Oh, I meant the original cut because that's what I thought the Snyder cut was the original one.
Well, there's not a cut until the movie's done. The movie wasn't done when he left.
Oh my fucking God. Okay, anyway, DC nerds won their battle. I guess they hope that something good will come after this. Anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for showing up to the show. Appreciate it.
Can I play the music now?
Why are you asking? Play the music, sure. Bye.
I'm just saying, you were really up about it.